There we go. Now we got some audio going. That's an important part not to forget. Yep, that really helps you out there too, bro. So. Alright, so this is our last stream prior to redoing the studio. You can see I've got a little bit different view. Joe's got a little bit different view. We're working out some issues here. All day today, I have been working on this bad boy that you're looking at down here. I hope this wing doesn't fall off. I'm trying to glue to him. But this is a rebuild. I've had to basically strip it all the way down to the metal, which we've got it going now, and I've got one wing attached. This is how the customer gave it to me. Even though I do not believe, Joe, look, we're not going to have to fix this wing.
Oh.
This wing hits right at the ground, so it's like, so now when I put
That
this
must
wing,
be intentional then.
when I put this wing on, yeah, it's going to be up above the ground. Alright, and that's where I'm at now, only this time I have to get this to stay on while the model's standing, so. Yeah, good times here. Let's see if I can get this to happen. So this will be a very short stream tonight. Again, we just wanted to get some content out there, throw a heads up. I'll be making a bunch of posts of pictures of this guy being stripped and rebuilt. I'm going to try and get him to a point where I can get him primed tonight. And I've got a couple others that of the Tyranids that need to be built, but they'll be built in the sprues while I'm painting. So it's basically after this, we're doing nothing but painting. Joe's working on a dry brush. On some, what are you working on?
Black Templar.
The Black Templars. That one's for Steve?
No.
No, Larry.
Yep.
So I'm working on the Larry's Tyranid rebuilds. Joe's got Larry's Black Templars started on the paint. And now if I can figure out where I want this to sit and hold it in place for a couple minutes, I'm going to go with it right there. It seems like it wants to just naturally stay there.
I watched my wife give birth to him. I cut the umbilical cord. He was mine. He still is. He was the kids.
Oh, well that went on quicker than I thought it would, Joe. Look at that. Alright, so I am going to turn and get a little bit of airflow coming this way. I got a fan right over here. So you can kind of get a little bit better view of what I'm dealing with here. You're not even going to be able to tell what I did once I get this thing reprimed. So we're going to let those sit up, and I am going to use these here guys for the top claws. I messaged Larry, and hopefully he gets back to me, because I could give him a weapon or claws. I don't really care. Whatever Larry wants.
He only had one set of arms before you took him apart and cleaned him up.
Yeah, I only have one claw on him, and that was this claw. So I'm replacing this claw for both the top claws, and then the option is whether or not I put a weapon down below or not. So that's kind of where we're at. Do you know where the clippers got to? I would look for them for a second. Did they go into the shop?
No, they're right here.
I didn't know where we were using them last, so I just kind of gave up really easy. Like,
Yeah.
like I like to do.
But still gluing up Steve's Devastator. See what we got coming for Steve, if Steve's in the chat.
No, there's no one here yet that I can see. Oh, one viewer. Hello, welcome, welcome. So that's the lower, and bam, you're in focus. There you go. So that's coming up.
3 of them.
We got 3 of those guys all put together, finished today. That was the last of the builds. And then this has kind of been, it's more of a strip, but I'm actually going to classify it as a build. Because it, when you have to strip as much as I found on that, you're pretty much starting over. And it did fully come apart. I had to glue it all back together. So, as far as that go, how you doing? He told me, Tyler? Was it, yeah? Schmeat?
That's Zach.
That's Zach. Oh. Zach, heart attack! Yeah, so we'll get this guy up onto there. And then I think, because he's a flyer, Joe, unless I hear from Larry, I'm going to go with the hands. And not a weapon. What do you think?
Flash could sell weapons.
Appreciate you coming in, Zach Rooney. I gotta change my spectacles for my old eyes with my little flip ups. My minor 49er glasses. So this is not a real exciting stream. Ah, well, I appreciate you coming in, Zach, regardless.
I be dropping things left and right. I've dropped so many things in the last few days.
We've both had a case of the drops. It's been ultimately ridiculous, dude. Oh, watching paint dry is worse than waiting for glue to dry.
I don't know. I feel like the glue sets up faster than paint sometimes.
I don't. I still struggle every damn time I glue something. Hard is gluing the metal. I struggle with that. Always have. These pewter figs.
Yeah, by the time I was doing stuff with minis, they didn't really. Pewter figs weren't in vogue. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, when I started, it was, and it was a pain in the ass. Different kind of epoxy. Yeah, the very first mini I painted, man, you put that sucker together, you were not taking it apart. Those two metals would fuse as one. This is actually kind of cool, though, because you're going to kind of get to see this go together in the different shades before it all gets primed.
Yeah, and then if you're following us on Facebook, you can also see all of that before, too, before it got stripped and everything.
Yeah, I will be posting those pictures, or Joe will be helping me figure it out. He's my technical guy. I'm an old dog learning new tricks.
Getting there.
I'm trying, man.
Getting there for sure.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. We got arms. We got arms. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. For all you siders out there.
Give him a Ric Flair, dude.
Oh, yeah!
That's Macho Man, dude.
Oh, wrong guy.
Come on.
Hey, Larry. So I've got the wings attached. I'm live on stream. Welcome to my stream, Larry. So I'm live on stream, and I've just found an extra sprue that had two of the exact arms that you had glued on there, but that one was the tip was broken. Now the wing you gave me it is also perfectly shaped to fit, so it doesn't hit the ground. I mean, if you match them together, one doesn't have the little tip, it's perfect. Anyway, do you want this guy to have a glued weapon in place? I was kind of thinking maybe hands. Or even we could do the swords.
So I think the guy doesn't have a ranged weapon. So I think I'd like this guy to have a ranged weapon on him.
Okay, does it matter which one? I'm going to put, I've got a long one that's got claws on the bottom of it, it looks like, by the, yeah.
Honestly, I usually can't tell the difference between a box strangler and a knife anyway. So, yeah, put
All right, I will get this glued up and in place, and I will be posting on Facebook once I have this guy all primed, because this is the last thing other than what I'm going to be build wine painting. You betcha. We got you covered, bro. Thank you. See you, sir. Bye-bye. Great, great guy. Text him about this particular miniature we're building. I can let you see it here now. So this is what he looks like with the two claws in place. And now I am going to go ahead and give him this weapon, Joe. So what do you think? This weapon? We haven't done this weapon yet.
One of them that we've already done.
Or this weapon.
Either one of those is a great weapon.
I like the longer one. Let's give him the biggest weapon he has.
Is that the one with the claw on the bottom?
No, it's the other one.
Oh, the long, thinner one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give the girls what they want. We know they want it longer and bigger.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. That's just Joe keeping me in check again.
We're live, bro.
You think I don't know that?
I don't have us marked as a kid's stream for YouTube, but
Oh.
Twitch and
Oh, so you're saying, watch your mouth, boy.
Yeah, just be conscious, you know. You know.
Oh, this guy's going to be feeling a little cheeky. He gets this weapon on him. I think so, dude. All right. Dab a glooby there. Dab a glooby there. Dab a glooby there.
It's just gonna be me in this uniform gray till these guys are done.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I've got white to do on them too, and a bunch of them got like some gold highlights. It's just black is difficult in terms of painting it and getting them details to pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can be.
You almost end up just painting the mini gray. But the Black Templars are pretty rad gentlemen.
Had it all in place, and I just wanted to fine tune it and snap.
Yep. I know how that feels.
I'm going to be able to let this go in a minute. I'm so excited. And you'll see why in just a second, Joe. Because this guy is going to be cool to paint. What do you think, Bo?
Yeah, that'll be fun. I love painting wings.
Well, and see how that wing is cut off? It fits perfect.
Secondary supports.
Because it kind of leans a little bit. But this is what it's going to wind up being, y'all. See if I can. So we've got the weapon on him. I've totally cleaned him and got all the goop off him so details will pop. We've got his arms reattached. We're going to let this glue set up for a minute, and then we're going to go get some primer on this guy so I can get going on it. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Made it through, Kenny.
Can't believe that. I mean, how long have I been working on that?
I don't know. I feel like we started kind of getting moving at like 2:30.
No, it wasn't till about 2 that you got me off the couch. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not even going to deny or hide that fact. I mean, I work my hours. That's why we do what we do.
That's why we'd be working late, because we don't want to start early.
That's right. I told you I get my best work done between 10:30 and 2. That's why we're doing the stream a little bit later today. We are going to start doing later time streams. I also wanted to talk to whoever was listening and whoever does wind up viewing this, if they do wind up listening and seeing this. We are going to start throwing together a Warhammer night here at JK Studios. So we're going to be doing Kill Team. I'm expecting it to be a blast.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
So we've got a little bit to go though. We've got to rebuild the studio this coming weekend. Then we're gonna get back up and get these armies taken care of. In the process, we're gonna paint 2 kill teams of our own. I've got a Death Knight squad. Is that what they are, Joe?
You are. I don't. Is it?
And I got the Orc Boys. So, this guy is ready to go. You guys are going to get to see this prime today, I think. You're going to have to listen to Joe's boring ass for a minute, because I'm going to go and prime this.
Just
Sorry, Joe.
remember, the chat box is clear on the other side of the desk from me, so
Oh,
if I don't
yeah.
answer you.
Yeah, Joe's not
it's
at
because
the
I
chat
don't know
box.
how to read.
It's because I don't know how to read. Oh, you said it's not because of that.
It is because of that.
It is because of that. I just want to see this all back one color. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, let me go get this primed. While it's drying, I will come back and show you a few things we built. That's going to be coming up. You can throw your tune on the speaker if you want. Oh, I'm hooked up.
I mean, we're gonna be wrapping it up pretty soon here,
That's
right?
true, as soon as they get to it.
Yeah, super short stream tonight, everybody. We kind of. I realized I had to reprime some of these guys because I missed their undercarriages. We had some blue showing through, and they are not Ultramarines. They are Black Templars, so we can't have any blue showing through. You know what I mean? So I had to go reprime those. We got started a little late. We got some folks coming over for some Magic the Gathering here in a little bit as well, which is something we do every Thursday night, most every Thursday night. Every now and again we do be missing, but my camera's a little far away from you guys now. We're trying a new setup. You know, may work, may not work. I do feel like I need to lower the camera a bit more, which I can do, but we ain't gonna worry about that tonight. Basically, with this Black Templar army, I'm gonna go through from our Plain Jane Space Marines, you know, and I'm gonna slowly work my way up as I paint the army to the captains, librarians, all that fun stuff, and eventually we'll get into some very large vehicles that I'm gonna be painting. That I'm very excited for, which I think is a Thunderbird and a what was that tank thing called again, Kenny? The land.
The vehicle over here?
Yeah, the tank one. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
I don't know. I forgot this guy's head horn.
Dry brushing really helps things pop, but man, is it brutal on your brush. I'll tell you what. No. Decent. We'll be going to doing white shoulder pauldrons on these guys and some light edge highlighting to make them really pop. Black again is super tricky to get contrast and stuff because you do have to lift those high edges so much in terms of brightness. there's some really cool paint schemes for the Black Templars. Just part of what I do when I'm getting ready to paint an army is I go and look up pictures of the faction we're painting, unless it's a custom paint job, of course, in which case work with the customers on that to achieve their desired look for their armies. I think that's what I'm going to work on tonight is just those guys. The rest are still priming. We also have this guy we were working on. Good old Primaris Captain. In progress. Still doing gold edging. The camera's beeping at me for no darn reason. Super excited to paint the base. He's got a dead Necron on his base right there. This was done using speed paints. They're very, very cool.
Alright, that guy's head horn is reattached. It's all primed up. Let me show you a few things coming up. These are part of some models we're doing for Steve, our other main guy. We're doing some stuff for. Some Necros. These are moving from here into being primed next. But I have to show you this one because this one almost got me to slip my wrist last night. Thanks to Joe being here. I'm still alive. So, this isn't the one that caused me problems. It was this guy here. Or not this guy. This isn't the guy. So I did this one this morning. He was easy. The spider. He's going to go on a different base. I'm just going to prime him on this base, and then we're going to snap it off and put him on a regular base, so he'll be a flyer. And this is going to get painted a little bit differently. So I want this to really show up down in here, so I'm going to attach the weapon here after paint. So this will wind up coming up. And then we got all these Boss Daddy Necrons that we got going. They'll be coming up in a future stream down the road. Two more of these guys. This one was in the same kit as those others. They were kind of funky to put together because their legs are all different. This guy, Joe came and saved me on again because it was giving me a major coronary.
Not that guy.
This guy. No, this guy is the one I was on
No, it's
turn 3. And you took over and built it.
I guarantee you not, sir.
100%.
No, I did this one.
No, that one too. You did this
I
one?
didn't do that one.
Yes.
I
No.
promise you I did not put together any destroyers. You did all.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so I did this one. I did. He's right. Joe's right. I did this one.
You did ask me about the legs on them.
Yeah, this was a nightmare. Yeah. He's going to be fun to paint. Very difficult. Now he's all put together, but I didn't see a better way to do it. This one, I was going to kill myself on. I mean, you would not believe how many pieces this little model is to get this thing to put together.
It's pretty ridiculous, to be 100% honest.
I mean, it's that big. And there were...
That little stinger at the end of his leg things in
That's,
the air.
yeah, that's 4 or 5 pieces. You can see there's a skull in
Not the
it.
skull. I'm talking the stinger on the bottom of his body.
Oh, yes. This whole thing?
No, the stinger on the bottom of his body.
Right there.
That is an individual piece. That little stinger.
Oh, that little one stinger. Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, this was like a way difficult build. So much so I said, nah! Nah, your buddy's asking for a ride over.
That's Zach.
Yep. Zacharuni!
I'd be down to give you a ride home if you Uber, Zach.
Alright, I am going to go and collect, before we wrap this up, Now, this is the one that I started the other day. I am not happy with how dark his skin came out. He is, I mean, heck, I'd throw him on a table in a heartbeat. He looks really good. He's just, looks like he got a little too much sun. So I'm going to lighten him up a little bit, other than that. But let me go grab that model before we wrap this short wannabe stream up. This is more just to let you know we are still alive and working. Obviously, my plate's all completely filled with crap. Now let's show you that thing all primed
Be a
up.
clean plate ranger, Kenny.
I like to have my area organized.
I'm using mine as a dry brush thing.
Yeah.
I do not keep a clean paint station, folks. It's part of my process. If I hit you guys with one of these, Shadow Clone Jutsu.
All right. So, you'll be able to see the pictures once I post them. But here it is. All put together and primed, ready to be painted once it dries up a bit more. The Winged Warrior, we're going to call this guy. This was the head bone spur that I forgot to put on. I put on at the last second. It's all primed and ready to go. It'll dry up just nice. It's got his claws on. His wings are uniform. Man, this thing looks good. He's got his detail in his face back, which I had to actually grind the paint out. It was a very interesting cleanup. At any rate, yeah, we're not going to start for a bit on that. We're going to keep working on some of this stuff, but I'm going to be off camera. I'm going to be going and priming all these Necrons. I got to get done up black. But I think now that we've got this one cleaned up, I'm ready to go to town painting all the Necrons, or not Necrons, Tyranids. I'm confused by so many. So then what we're going to do is, I think Joe and I have decided that we're going to do a, well, Joe's going to be working on Space Marines for either customer, right? Yeah. And I'm going to switch off between, I'm going to actually stick with Tyranids and then go to Necrons, Tyranid Necrons. But I've got the scenery. And so next week after we get our studio rebuilt done, I will have behind me a full-on airbrush station with a paint booth in it. And hopefully the new camera I've got coming in here will be able to focus over there. We've got a whole new setup coming. It's going to be kind of nice. So we probably won't be back until, I'm going to guess, middle to end of next week.
Probably.
But we will be working hard on the armies and getting everything set up so that we can keep things moving forward. Appreciate those that have stopped by. And anyone that views this later, thank you very much. Give us a follow. If it's mine, it's from yesterday. I don't think.
Did I finish mine?
I don't.
Oh, man.
I don't think it's mine, dude. But anyway, this is the show. What we got. We just wanted to have a little content on there, something for people to look at, know what's coming up. What's that?
Looks way good reprimed.
Yeah, now that it's all cleaned up, I mean, look at the detail I got back in his face now, too, when you look at it close. Because it was just flat. There was no detail on this whole side of it. It's really, really quite nice. It's been difficult, but it's been a fun one as far as that goes. So watching the paint go on this is going to be killer.
Yeah, I don't think we did one of those in the last batches.
Well, no, this is a totally homemade.
And you get to do big old wings.
Homemade.
Now, Kenny.
This is a homemade warrior with wings and weapon.
That's like an old generation warrior,
Yeah.
too. The models used to be much bigger in scale than they are nowadays. Just the manufacturing techniques got better.
But it has been another, like always, productive day here at JK Game Creations. We're going to keep this stuff going and coming at you as much as we can. So please stay tuned, stay in touch, and keep watching. We will come at you as soon as we can, and I will try to be better at making some posts. So either way, appreciate you. Peace out, man.